Hello and welcome everyone, Jamie X66 here to review Tetris Effect, which is probably my favorite Tetris game and one of my favorite VR games as well. Now you can play this if you don't have VR, so let's get that out of the way straight away. I know a lot of people are just like, it's VR, I can't play it. You can play it in standard. I do think VR is superior, but you sort of still get the experience and you get an idea what the VR experience would look like if you do have access to VR. So essentially, now I'm going to butcher this name, so apologies in advance. Tetsuya Mitsuguchi. He's one of the producers behind this game. He is, behind Rez, Child of Eden. I'm not sure if you remember that game. I think it was last generation. And also Lumines. Now I've only played Lumines on Vita. Absolutely loved it. I was addicted to that game. So this is very much in that same sort of spirit. You have your level. It's inspired by the music. Everything in the level is sort of all tied into the visuals. You will sort of become one with the level, making the visuals all around change. Now, in this level that you're seeing, this is one of my favorites visually. It will change. I think it's at the 10 and 20 lines cleared. So you will see that in the background as I just sort of guide you through this. And what I love about it is, yeah, you become one with the level. You really feel like you're affecting the gameplay. Now, as you can see, dolphins started coming up once you started clearing lines, and then as you clear lines, you can hear the sound effects, come into play, the dolphins clicking, and just sort of the effects that occur when you continue to make progress in the level. Now, this is one of the earlier levels, and I've only got this set on beginner because this was some of my early gameplay. I really sucked initially, so I've moved up skill levels now, so yay for me. But this is a good way to sort of learn everything if you sort of have, a little rusty at Tetris. You can move it to beginner and, make your way through it. So as you can see, more dolphins have appeared. I've cleared more lines. Once it hits 20, I think it looks absolutely amazing, which is why I wanted to show this level off. Now, they've always tried to sort of try and perfect Tetris, and let's be honest, it was pretty much perfect when they first created it. So the only real thing they've really done in this game, was to add the zone effect. Now, as you can see at the bottom left there, we got a little zone meter. Essentially, you fill that up, you can cash that in, you can stop everything around you, and then you can sort of just mess around, trying to clear out as many lines as you can, all during that zone section until that meter runs out. So, if you've ever played Pac-Man Championship Edition, it's very similar to that in a way, when you see Pac-Man just taking down a bunch of ghosts all in one go. It's very similar to that, where you can clear, I think there's a trophy to try and clear 12 lines and another for 18, so that gives you sort of an idea of how it works. So essentially the entire game is just a visual spectacle. It's really amazing. Like I said, the way it all works together. And now we've just hit 20, so you'll see what I mean. Now you're above the ocean. You've got the dolphins swimming, you've got seagulls in the sky, and they're diving out when you clear your lines. And in VR, this is an insane experience. Now, I captured this gameplay in VR, so imagine this directly in front of your eyes. It's fantastic. Now, Tetris purists, you're probably thinking, why would I want to play Tetris with all this going on? How am I meant to focus on the Tetris? Now, you can zoom straight in if you want. You can zoom into just the Tetris game board if you want. You don't have to worry about all this bonus stuff, but I think you'd really be missing out on the visual display, the ambiance of everything coming together to be just this fantastic visual masterpiece. Really, I do think everything that's being combined here is just fantastic. So you'll see here, I think you get a little taste of the next level as well before I eventually. So as you can see there now, it's sort of almost jazz-like in a way. You got a piano where you move your Tetris blocks around, and you've got this city all around that's like broken into pieces all around it. It's just a fantastic visual experience. So now you can see the zone effect in full display. So everything stops. You have access to your blocks. Watching this, now that I've actually played the game for a lot longer, I can just see the mistakes I'm making. So I apologize for that. So as I said, you can knock out like 5 lines. How many lines? Yeah, I'm going to get 5. But you can knock a lot of lines out. Now, I don't think the lines actually count to your actual line meter. As you can see, there was score 1. But it's a good way to sort of put that score up as well. So, you know, if you really wanted to chase down those high scores, me and my missus, we've had a little sort of scoring off challenge ourselves to see who can get the better scores altogether. You can do that. Now, aside from the main journey mode, which is 30 levels, all like this, you also have access to some side modes. They have infected blocks that you need to take out, maybe some really fast modes where it's instantaneous Tetris blocks straight in front of you and you have to sort of deal with it. Marathon modes, some practice modes where there's no end game, so you can sort of get better doing that sort of stuff. And also they have a weekly ritual where everyone sort of plays those modes, tries to knock out as many blocks as they can, and earn rewards as they go. So it's a good way to get the community involved. Overall, I absolutely love Tetris Effect, and I really do hope you've enjoyed this gameplay. I highly recommend it. If you've got VR or not, definitely check this one out.